I'm going to start by asking you all a question. Raise your hand if you've ever been to a hospital. Now raise your hand if you've ever been admitted to a hospital. Now raise your hand if you knew someone who has been admitted into a hospital. Isn't that amazing? How many people just raise their hands? So many people go to the hospital on a daily basis. Some make it, some don't. I was born with a very rare genetic condition called Fanconi anemia. How rare? In fact, now 3,000 people in the world have it. Being a recessive condition, both of my parents needed to carry the same gene in order for me to have it. And that's in order for a 25% chance that that child would have it. I was the very lucky 25% that actually got the condition. By the time I was 3 years old, I had 48 procedures requiring anesthesia. I was born with 8 birth defects. And I also had a bone marrow failure at the age of 3, in which case I received a bone marrow transplant on October 25th of 2002 in Minneapolis. Now this process involved radiation and chemotherapy, something patients like myself are very sensitive to. And I was exposed to this radiation that killed my growth cells and led me to stop growing at a height of about 4'8" and 55 pounds. I'm unable to gain any weight. No matter how many calories I put in me, I'm still the same weight, which means I can eat all the donuts I want. I can eat all the pizza I want. All the chocolate you find in your local candy store, I can eat it all. I don't gain a pound. That's as long as I can actually fit it into my stomach. That's the real challenge. But I've learned to accept this. And I've had some very complex medical procedures. I've had some odd medical phenomena. But I also carry a very high risk of cancer, knowing that at any point, I, with other patients like myself, could get cancer, could get it tomorrow. The common cancers could be breast cancer. It could be squamous cell carcinoma, which is a mouth cancer. Or it could be any other type of cancer. And knowing this fact, we stick together. We find meaning in our society. We find our place in society. Now, being a man of a height of 4'8" in society can be challenging, especially when one of the social norms in our society is that men are stronger, they're bigger, more masculine than men. I don't fit that stereotype though. Have you ever noticed in your department stores that a men's size clothing starts at around the size small? It goes up to what, extra large? Like 2 XL? What about the women's? They start at maybe an extra small, and they go up to a large. And you can get other sizes, but sometimes it can be difficult to find. So I shopped in the children's section, which, hey, gets me a discount off of this. But unfortunately, I've also had to face some size discrimination. When I was 18 years old, I signed myself up for online dating. Set up a profile, description, pictures, all the jazz. But my files, my documents, my photos were removed by sites like Zeus, Plenty of Fish, and other social dating apps. My photos were removed because they claimed that I looked like a child. Because I looked like I was under the age of 18. After petitioning these sites, I Change.org. One of the sites contacted me and gave me a full restatement of my profile. However, it didn't change the fact that none of the women on the site actually cared or actually took me seriously because of the way that I looked. But I still went to my senior high school prom with a girl from my school, so beat that society. So what am I doing here? What are you might be thinking, shouldn't I be out skydiving, or shouldn't I be out exploring the world, saving every breath that I can? I'm here actually to make a difference in the world, to learn, to grow. Studying both business administration and philosophy, which is where you get all of my philosophical references. I'm trying to bring those together to create a business model that's more human-centered, that brings us together, especially in this time of great divide. We realize that we all have a lot more in common than we think. And through my leadership positions on this campus at Oakton, I've learned that people are the same 99% of the time. And these are some of the people that make me feel the same. These are all adults with anemia, with the condition. Together we found a connection that nobody else shares, nobody else knows what it's like to be us. But we find peace in what we've been given and living each other. Some of you might be wondering, why do I have this X-Men pin on? Well, that's because X-Men, superheroes, they're considered mutants, genetically modified, genetically different, and that's what I am, in a way. And I've questioned, why is that? Why are my genes mutated? Are they really mutated? What if my genes were aligned in such a way that I was meant to be here? I was meant to stand on this stage today and deliver you this presentation. What if I was meant for some greater purpose? I take that into heart. Because every day could be our last. Now, what can you do to help support me? There's a Be the Match National Bone Marrow Donor Registry. This registry allows people like yourselves to submit a saliva sample out of a kit that they send you, and you can have the opportunity to save the life of a child with a blood cancer or who needs a bone marrow transplant for their particular condition. I leave you with these lasting words. The greatest impact that you can have on the world today is the impact that you have on others. That you need to savor every breath that you can, because you might not be able to breathe the same air tomorrow. I know people that have died of this condition last week. I know people that died of this condition 2 weeks ago. I know someone who's in the hospital right now fighting a cancer because of this condition. Life is precious. Life is valuable. You should never take that for granted. Thank you.